Hey everyone, this is Jake Muller here with Ski Tutorials. Today we're going to be going over how to ollie on skis. I'm going to talk about when you should ollie, when you shouldn't ollie, and how ollieing is different than jumping, and just the correct timing for everything. Let me just start with what is not an ollie. That is not an ollie. That's just jumping as high as it can on flat ground. An ollie is when you lean back and you pop off the tails of your skis, and then you're kind of even out in the air. So watch as I kind of lean back. And then as I go up, I lift my back end up and I get a lot higher than when I was just jumping straight. Ollieing is typically used when you're going up to a big rail and you need to get on top of it, and jumping isn't going to cut it and the lip isn't very poppy. But it is fun to practice and just kind of go through little parks. So in this little side jump, my hands went up, and as I swing back through, I lean back and I pop straight up, and it gives you that little bit of extra air. So it's just fun to practice while going through the park on maybe a powdery day or whenever you really want. But it's typically used in free skiing when you're hitting a rail with a kind of flattish takeoff and a pretty high urban style rail. Alright, so let's get right into how exactly it works. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to lean back on your skis, and it's going to end up flexing them pretty good. So when you lean back, all the pressure is going to be put right around here, and you don't want to lean back so far that you fall over, so you want to make sure that you're balanced. But you really want to make sure you lean back enough to where it flexes, and then as it starts flexing, it's going to eventually want to push back the other way. So when that happens, so like right around here, you already flex your ski a ton right here, and then it kind of evens out, as you can see now. So instead of being that curve, it's now straight because you hit that point. So after it's hit that point, it's going to want to still flex back. So what you're going to want to do is, at this point your knees should be straight and your skis actually should be straight as well. And then it's going to want to bounce back. So you're going to use that momentum the ski's giving you, and you're going to pick your knees up. And so instead of being straight, you're going to want to pull your knees up. And what that's going to do is, once you pull your knees up, you're going to be like this, and it's going to pull this back end up like that. So then your skis are going to end up being flat like that, and they'll even out, and then the tails will come up, and then this will come down right like that. And so once you're there, you're pretty much doing a successful ollie. You need to make sure that you're balanced and everything. But that's kind of what's going on. Is you're going to lean back. It's going to put stress on this tail part of your ski. And once it does that, it's going to want to snap back. So you're going to pull your knees up to let it flex back up. And it's going to pull you straight up, evening the ski out all the way from tip to tip. Alright, so in this clip, I'm doing it off the little, side jump or whatever. So I'm going to show that as I come in, notice how I start leaning back around. It was right around here, I started leaning back, and then it kind of draws me to like all the way to here, where now I'm flexed almost at my breaking point, to where this ski's actually looking pretty, it's pretty bent right there. So right about now, I'm thinking about, okay, well, I flex it out as much as it's going to go. If I lean back any more, I'm going to fall back because I'm at a ski to flex. So right around here, I end up, I kind of like let that pop spring me. So I went from like down there to letting that pop. So like the back of the ski, I kind of leaned forward with it and started bringing my knees up. Notice how I'm like kind of bent here. So I kind of brought my knees up, and that allowed the spring of the ski to push me up. So now as soon as this clip replays again, I start bringing my knees up, and now I start to even out. And then what's going to happen there is you need to make sure your arms are also out for balance, and that's going to bring you right into the slope of the landing, right down that. Alrighty, so here comes my friend Reese doing it off a little knuckle. This isn't a super exaggerated one, but watch how he can kind of just lean back as he approaches the knuckle. He kind of snaps it and pulls his knees up, and then he goes right into the slope of the landing. So Reese is just going to cruise through the park right here, doing a couple different ollies off little side hits and everything. I just wanted to mention that the type of ski you have does depend on how easy it is to ollie and everything. If you have a really stiff pair of skis, that means it doesn't flex as hard. So if you lean back, it's going to be harder to flex. But if you have some weight to you and you lean back really hard and you can flex a stiff ski, you are going to be able to bounce up that much higher. So a stiff ski, it doesn't mean that you can't ollie. It's just harder to ollie because you got to lean back harder. If you have a flexible ski, it's going to be easier to lean back, but then the pressure pushing back up into the ollie isn't going to be as much. So it's kind of the pros and cons on that. But I want you guys to pay attention to right here when he does it, how he leans back, just a little knuckle, so it's a perfect spot to try. But as he leans back, see how his arms start coming up? I want you to watch his arms go up, and then when that happens, he hits that point right around here, and then his knees kind of come up, and he puts his skis right into the slope of the landing right there. So I just wanted to point that out right there, and kind of show you how important your arms are. So bending down, before you get to the ollie, then leaning back, using your arms to keep your balance, going up, then snapping your knees. Alright, so that's it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it and got something out of it. I'll be putting a few more little beginner ones up, but I'll be back in the bigger tricks as soon as I can.